Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Alston, and I'm the Self-Worth Coach. My purpose here today is to welcome you all to the first of what will hopefully be a long-running series of videos designed to help people. My job as a life coach is to help and support others. In fact, that's pretty much what I've done my whole life. I'm 49, and I have been a coach since 2012, so going on quite a few years now. And I absolutely love what I do. The truth is that people hear the word coaching and they think therapy, counseling, psychology, psychiatry. It's really not that. Coaching is simply a way of helping people to see different perspectives and opening their point of views up to a much larger universe. My job is to partner with people and support them, discuss their decisions, help them see different angles that maybe they're missing because of their current focus, and eventually to help them find their smile again. My best feeling as a coach is when people start to make the connections that we've been talking about on their own. And the very next coaching session, they're so excited because they want to share with me everything that they have been experiencing. And to me, that energy is effervescent. It fills me up inside just as much as it's filling anyone I'm working with. But more than just being a client and a coach towards clients, I've always felt the need to help people. I've always been one to want to make the world a better place. And in this last year, it's been pretty tough to do that. We've been all suffering through this pandemic. I myself have depression and anxiety, and probably self-diagnosed ADHD, but we'll get into that at another time. But even I found myself struggling through this last year. I found myself holding my breath, waiting for things to get back to the normal that simply wasn't going to happen. And it took a long time. I mean, it affected me mentally, physically, emotionally. And I know I'm not the only one out there that's felt like that. So this video series is twofold for me. Number one, it's there to help others realize that A, they're not alone. And B, you know, there are people out there to help, whether it's just listening or providing support or acting as a life coach. At any rate, my job is to help people, and that's what I'm going to do. And the other side of this, part two, is that this is an accountability for myself. This is going to help me stay accountable with the things that I am working to change in myself. So you might say I am doing this so that I can walk the talk. It's important to me to do that because there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people who call themselves coaches right now that are out there just spewing advice, not advice that they follow, not necessarily the right advice, but they're giving advice to people. And that worries me. Anything that I talk about, I believe in. I will never, ever give you information that I don't believe in, and that does not have some kind of proof to it. Now, that being said, in order for me to do that, I need to get out there and practice what I preach or walk the talk. And that's what I'm doing here. As I mentioned, in the last year or so, I found myself really struggling with all of this, trying to get back to a normal that wasn't there anymore. Finding myself falling down into depression and sadness, even though I have tools and medication and the guidance of my learning as a life coach to fall back on. It was still rough. And there were times that I needed to pause and figure out what was going on. And there were some times that I couldn't just pull myself right back out of the hole. And I'm sure a lot of other people have felt that way too. Well, the first thing I want to tell you about that is it's okay. There are a lot of people out there that feel that way, that have gone through this as well. Like I said, Just because I am a life coach doesn't mean, I'm not feeling the same effects as everybody else. In fact, most of the coaching community that I've talked to have, in one way, shape, or form, shared with me stories of how they're coping and how they've been dealing with it. And I'll tell you, it's been hard on all of us. There's no lie there. Now, what we're going to do about that is this. The first thing we need to understand is this is normal. It's something that happens with everybody, and it's perfectly understandable. But it doesn't have to stay that way, okay? Whether you suffer from anxiety and depression or not, you may have still felt depressed and fear and anxiety over this last year. And we're going to talk about how we cope with that, because let's face it, anxiety, depression, they're not things we just beat. There's no winning and losing at it. We learn how to deal with it so that we can live our best lives, knowing that that's out there, okay? We don't turn a blind eye to it. We don't pretend it doesn't exist. We learn about it. We do our research, we practice, and in doing so, we take this giant balloon of anxiety and or depression or fear, and we make it just a little smaller, more manageable, so that when it does bump into us and we have those moments, we can better deal with them, and hopefully deal with them quickly, much more quicker than not having any knowledge or tools in the past. So that's the plan with this video series, is to work on this. So today I wanted to talk a little bit more about my promise to you. Now, I could tell you that, there are no ulterior motives for doing this, but that wouldn't be true. As I said, I'm doing this not only to help people, but also for myself. I want to gain just as much as I want you to gain from this. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, there are three areas that I find really sum up what's been going on in this last year with me. And as I said, that would be my mental health, my emotional health, and my physical health. And these are three things that I want to concentrate on making better, okay? As you can see, I'm a big guy. Now, I've lost weight, I've gained weight, I've done all that in the past so many times it's not even funny. I had myself down to a healthy weight where I was actually running 5K obstacle courses with friends. But life gets in the way sometimes. And if you don't have a solid preparation ahead of you, if you only count on one way of doing things, it's going to eventually bite you in the ass, okay? And it did for me. I got hurt. I couldn't keep up with the amount of exercise I was doing, and the depression grabbed me and brought me down, and I found myself in a position where I was eating, I wasn't getting any exercise, and I gained a lot of weight back. Started taking it back off again. Sorry, that's going to happen from time to time. I'm going to just say that right now, but we'll roll with it. So as I said, I've gotten hurt, and I've found myself in a place of depression for a long time, trying to struggle to get out of it. Physically hurt and mentally and emotionally hurt. It can take a toll. What I want to see for myself is to get back on track with getting healthy, okay? For years and years, I've made the mistake of thinking, okay, I need to lose weight. I got to get the pounds off. I'm fat, so I got to lose weight. And I've been told that by doctors. I've been told that by family members, by friends. And I've had that mindset in my head for a lot of years. But I'm going to tell you something. And for everyone else out there who has struggled the same way I have, whether you have depression and anxiety or not, here's the truth of the matter. Your ultimate goal is not about losing weight, okay? If I could give you a magic pill to take tonight and you looked exactly the same way and felt exactly the same way as you did right now, but you were lighter, would that be really what you're looking for? No. You want to get healthier. The weight is a byproduct of that. The weight loss is a byproduct of that. And it took me a lifetime of learning to get it in my head that it's not about losing the weight. It's about getting healthier. Now, everyone's health is going to be different, okay? Everybody has a different metabolism, a different blood type, you name it, different set of circumstances that we live with. So I can't tell you, this is what you eat, this is what you do, you will lose weight. You will, but it may not be the right thing for you. All I can do is tell you what I'm going to be doing for myself and encouraging you to find your own path. So that is the weight loss. That is my physical side of it. I want to get healthy. That means physically fit. That means not hurting in my joints and all. That means not weighing as much as I did. And all those things are going to come together as I promote a healthier mindset for myself. Okay, eating better, getting out and getting some exercise more often. But at the same time, I have to understand that unlike the last time where I took off well over 100 pounds, I have to do this right. And what that means is I cannot paint myself into a corner where I'm killing myself to work out every day and eating nothing but raw chicken or, boiled grilled chicken, not raw. And letting myself get hurt, knocking me out completely. I can't do that. I have to be smart about this, and that's what I'm going to do. So not only am I going to be working on healthier eating, healthier living, exercise, I'm going to do it in such a way that I have options every single day. So if something happens and I sprain my ankle or I pull a tendon or mess up my knee, my back, what have you, or I get, let's say I even get sick, get a cold, there will be a way for me to continue my good efforts and promote that mindset of being healthier. We're going to work on that. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to share with you. As far as the emotional health goes, we're going to be talking about that too. The pandemic, we're going to be talking about how people are feeling with the results of how people are acting because of politics. We're not going to get into politics in the sense that we're going to argue points, but we are going to discuss how it makes people react, how people feel, how they think, and the whole process behind that that leads them to the actions that they do and the responses that have been happening. Okay. And finally, the mental side of things, the universe and the world around you is a projection of what's coming from inside you. Okay. It's as simple as that. If the garbage is inside you, you're going to see it in your outer world. We need to find out what that is doing to you inside and bringing that out to have it reflected in the world around you. Because once you start reflecting that positivity, that healthier mindset, that happier mindset, you're going to see it in the world around you. Okay. Now, I will say right now, I apologize for the junk you see back here, my coffee maker. There is a reason for it. I had some water damage and the condo is getting renovated as we speak. So there may be some days where it's noisy in here, but I'm still going to be here for you. And like I said, I'm not hiding anything behind curtains. I'm here to show you who I am and help people as best I can. So to that end, I'm going to make a promise to you. And that promise is to be as honest and open as I can. Obviously, we all deserve our privacy with issues, intimate or what have you. And there will be some times where I won't cross a certain line of discussing things, but I will be as open as I can. And that's simply to, you know, protect other people involved. And this is about me and about you. This is going to be our journey together. And unless the other people are okay with talking about it, you know, there may be some areas where I will have to defer from. But the rest of it, I'm going to be as open as honest as I possibly can with you. Um, I've always felt that in order to help people, you have to come from an authentic place of love and compassion to really get out there and help people. The second you start, you know, starting spiels, you know, and making things up, marketing things, it kind of falls apart. At least that's for me. I have been the kind of person that believes very much in the power of a handshake and an honest word. And I'm very good at reading people. And for that reason, I'm opening myself up to you guys to do this. So my promise is that I will be open and honest with you. And going forward, I will be bearing my soul a little bit here too. This is something I don't take lightly. This is a journey. And it's a journey not only for you, but for me as well. And the only way you can really come along in this journey is if you're willing to play all out. Okay? We're going to play hard. We're going to dig deep. And in doing so, we're going to find some answers for ourselves. I'm going to find some answers for me. You're going to find some answers for you. And they may not always be the same answers. Everyone is different. Everyone has their own answers to find. But that doesn't mean we can't walk along the road together as we do it. So that's about it. The one thing that I am going to start with today, I thought would be kind of an all three situation. And it's so mental, emotional, and physical health. And I should start by saying that this morning was my first day getting back into a high protein, low carb meal plan for myself. I'm not buying anything. I've worked with a nutritionist before, and I know what I'm doing to get started. So we're going to get back on that bandwagon because it does help me tremendously. I'll answer any questions about that kind of stuff if you want, but I'm not promoting any one program over another. If you are interested in what I am following, my nutritionist actually did write a book. It's called The Metabolism Miracle by Diane Kress, Kress. It's not required. I'm not telling you you have to follow this program. I'm simply saying this is what I'm doing, and I will keep you guys posted with how it's going. Probably do a weigh-in check once a week, just because it's nice to know where I am as far as the weight loss goes as part of the overall health. I'll be checking my blood pressure and stuff like that too. But as I said, I'm a big guy, and I'm not going to lie. Right now, I'm somewhere between 540 and 550. I haven't gotten on the scale since the water damage took out the scale, but we're going to deal with that. So I will find a way to get myself weighed in. And next Wednesday, which should be April 1st, April Fool's Day, which is nice. Or actually, I think that's the 31st. I take that back. We'll do a my second weigh-in and see where things are going, see how I'm feeling. We'll do blood pressure check and all. But for today, what I'm challenging myself with is to start feeling better. And I think it's high time that Brian gets a haircut. So I'm going to be doing that. I actually became somewhat proficient at it during the pandemic. It took forever to get a pair of clippers, but now that I have them, I've actually gotten somewhat decent at what I'm doing. So wish me luck. I'm going to go do that now. And I'm going to be back here tomorrow. So I'll be posting this on Facebook and Instagram. Feel free to follow me here on YouTube. I will be posting all the stuff in the YouTube link and on the pages, but I also have a Facebook support group, which is public. It's Beacon of Hope Now. And you can find that under https www.facebook.com/groups/Beacon of Hope Now. Very important to put the now in there. Otherwise, you'll find a bunch of other groups. The second one is my professional Facebook page for Brian Alston, the self-worth coach. That's also at www.facebook.com/Brian Alston, BRIANALSTON .the self-worth coach, all one word. And finally, my landing page, if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about what I do as a coach, you can go to bcacoaching.com, and that is my landing page. You can contact me privately one-on-one there if you'd like, and feel free to take a look at that too. I'll post all this stuff up there. Once again, thank you for starting this journey with me. I cannot wait. I'm sorry today was a little long-winded, but there was a lot to cover. I'm really excited about this, and the next time you see me, I'll have shorter hair. All right. Unconditional love to everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.